Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. A lot of people wondering what's going on with silver. It's already dipping back down. I really believe it's all part of the plan. And I'm going to explain to you today why we've seen that dip today. And after you hear my reasoning, you're going to probably realize, just like I do, that this dip is not going to last and the price is just going to keep going higher and higher. So it's going to be a really good video. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts, and I hope you agree with me. But if you don't, as always, please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if you disagree, I'm curious to hear how. And what do you think? Is the price going to continue to go higher? Or are we just going to dip back down and this is it? It's just going to go back down to the range that it was in and nothing new. I don't believe that's the case, though. We're going to talk about that. If you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me, leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts, and if you're not subscribed, do the ultimate thing. Please hit that subscribe button for me and help me out. And to let you all know, there's only 7 spots left to win this 1987 San Francisco MS69 Certified Silver Eagle. You can scan that in. This is the official coin that we will be giving out this month for our members event to a lucky member. If you'd like to become a member, there is only 7 spots left. It's only $1.99. All you got to do is hit that join button below. Once those 7 spots are filled, we're going to run the event. So pretty cool. I don't want more people to get in than we have spots for because of the special way we're going to do this event. It's going to be super awesome. It's going to be done live, and it's going to involve a football game next weekend. I had to think which weekend it is. Is it this weekend or next weekend? And it's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys are going to love it. We do all of our events live. If you want, you can check back and see how we've done other ones. I'm always trying to come up with new ideas. So, okay. With that being said, now, jumping in, what's going on? Why do we see that dip? So, to put this in perspective for everybody, we seen silver start making a run up. From the 9th of the month, we were literally down to $30 and change. What happened? What changed? As the month went on, a lot of buildup for the BRICS. We had the BRICS meeting going on the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. So it's basically happening right now. And a lot of people wondering how that's going to play out. For those of you that don't know what the BRICS is, that is a bunch of different countries being hosted in Russia right now to basically talk about other means of trade without using the US dollar. If you want to buy oil from Russia, you don't pay in dollars, you pay in something else. If you want to get something from China, you don't pay in dollars, you pay in another way. Basically, they want to do bilateral trade. Kind of like a barter system, just like many of us probably have done. We've talked about bartering many of times of, instead of me paying you money for something, how about I just trade you either some services or I trade you some silver and maybe you give me some honey or some food or something that you grew out of your garden. Who knows? Except with the BRICS, they're using commodities. They're using big trade items, stuff that they need, and instead of paying them in US dollars, they are willing now to take other stuff. It started out as a pack of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and it has grown to include a lot of different OPEC countries. There's a bunch of countries that are trying to join, and every year they have some big announcement. We don't know yet what the big announcement is going to be until this is over. So like I said, the 24th, today's the 24th for us. So we're watching this on the 24th. So I think tonight is the last meeting because I think our 24th day is their evening. So our evening will be their day. So the 24th evening at night, while we're asleep tonight, is going to be their last day of hosting this event. However, who knows? Some countries may stay a little longer to do stuff, to have special talks on the side while they've got everybody there, because they've got a lot of key players and a lot of deals are going to be made. And essentially, they are discussing getting rid of the dollar. And today, look what happened. The dollar all of a sudden got stronger and the price of precious metals plunged. And by plunging, we went from $35 to $33.40, 35 cents, something like that. You had an opportunity to pick up. Now, I don't know what the price is at the time of you guys watching this video. I can tell you the price has already started climbing as of right now. When I'm filming this video, we're almost at $24 again. Now, the big question is, why did the dollar get stronger? So a lot of people know the U.S. can manipulate its currency. It manipulates its currency through a lot of different means. For those of you that don't know what makes the dollar stronger, the dollar is just being compared to other currencies, specifically the currencies that we chose to be involved in the basket of currencies. And when you look at it, you've got the dollar getting stronger today of all days. Why? There's probably a reason for that. I believe the dollar got stronger today because they want to let the countries that are all over there talking about us right now who the king is. The king dollar. And everybody uses it, and that's it. And I'll be honest, from what I've read, and this could be propaganda, obviously I've not been able to confirm this, but from what I've read, even over there, their payment methods, they've been advised to bring dollars and use dollars in the city that they are in, even though they're in Russia. I mean, think about that for a minute. Why? Because right now, Discover Card will no longer work over there. Visa Card will no longer work over there. And those are the two big ones. You can use one of the Chinese pay cards, and there is a Russian pay card. There's a big bank as soon as they get off the airplane. At the airport, there's a big bank where they can exchange their currency for Russian rubles, which is accepted everywhere over there. But I think it was set up this way by the United States to literally make the dollar strong today of all days. Why? To basically say, I'm still in charge. And a lot of people think that, you know, this is all going to change overnight. It's not going to change overnight, but it is changing. You know, someone asked me today, is it really a big deal if somebody joins them? You know, and you could make an argument, no, but you could also make an argument that 45% of the world's GDP right now is controlled by the U.S. and essentially the U.S. dollar. It's all done in dollars, 45%. Well, where's the rest of it? So like 35% of it is done using other currencies, specifically the bilateral trade amongst the BRICS countries. Once they end up shifting over, maybe they just pluck someone away from the U.S. dollar, using the U.S. dollar, and get them to using their currency. Well, then that kind of changes the game a little bit, because each time you're chipping away a little bit at who's using the dollar, and you're making the dollar weaker. Now, the big question is, when the meeting ends, are they going to announce a gold-backed currency? That is the big thing that everybody's waiting for. Because once they announce that, that's it. It's game over. You know, you can say it's not, and it probably won't be game over instantly, but it definitely puts us in a checkmate position. It just may not be checkmate right now. Why? Because what can the U.S. do to strengthen their dollar? They can buy gold. Well, if they've already got a currency that's backed partially by gold, by us buying gold and raising the gold price, we're in essence strengthening their currency. And that's where a lot of problems can come in, because here we are trying to get people to keep using the dollar by any means necessarily, whether that's agree to aid, whether that's agree that we won't put tariffs on you, different things. We're kind of holding people hostage. We're forcing them to use the dollar, and it benefits us. And I'm an American. I ain't gonna lie, it benefits me. I'm happy that the dollar is what it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the benefits of being a part of the country that holds the world reserve currency. Now, what are my thoughts on silver, though? Well, here's the thing. Silver's been manipulated for a long time. And I'm extremely thankful that silver has been manipulated, because it's giving me the opportunity to keep stacking. Because I can tell you right now, the manipulation, in my opinion, is falling apart. And how do we know that? Because it's not being held down to $20 an ounce. It is going crazy, continuing to climb higher. I mean, we saw $35, and I'll be honest, it was painful wanting to put that order in. I couldn't put it in. I just couldn't. And here's the thing. Now, I had an opportunity today to put an order in for $33.40. I mean, yeah, I pulled the trigger. I ended up picking it up. I say today, yesterday. It's for you guys watching this. I had to pull the trigger. I think we're going to see this artificial inflation of the dollar, that we essentially made the dollar a little stronger just for the meeting. I think that's going to wear off. It's already starting to wear off. I mean, literally, we were at 25. We came down to $33.40, and now we're back up to almost $34. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen Friday? What's going to happen next week? I think we're going to push through $35. And a lot of people are going to be like, darn, I should have put that order in. I had a couple people leave me a comment, I just don't have the money right now to do it. And I totally understand that. Everything is getting more and more expensive. It's getting harder and harder to buy silver. Our orders are just, everything's costing more. I mean, you guys know I picked up these the other day. This tube of Eagles, I picked that up at $35 a piece. Today, the guy wants $38. And you know, I question, do I want to spend $38 a piece for them? We're getting up almost to $40. We get back up to $35, and then we have a little bit of a jump. You will be very lucky to find ounces under $40. It's not going to be long before it starts affecting the average stacker like me and like you, where we just can't get as much. And that's why it's important that you start early. That's why I've taught my son. That's why it's important that you start young. That's why you look for these dips. The dip that we seen yesterday, I believe, was essentially a blessing in disguise. Do I have the money to buy it? Nope. What did I do? I spent my retirement check before I even get it. And to me, I said, you know what? Chances are when that check comes in, silver is going to be a whole lot higher. When does it come? It's a week away, week and a half away, 8-9 days, something like that. I don't know how many days this month, 31. So it comes in on the 1st. But needless to say, I think silver is going to be a whole lot higher. And a lot of people just aren't going to be able to afford it. That's why it's getting harder for people to stack. And so when you hear these goals from people about how they want to get 500 ounces of silver, I tell people that all the time. How much silver? When I get asked, how much silver should I have? I tell people you should be focusing on 500 ounces, and you're not going to achieve it overnight. You're not expected to achieve it overnight. None of us achieved it overnight. We all started stacking a little bit at a time. Now, obviously, I know there are people in the community that have well over 500 ounces. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. Everybody, once you get to 500 ounces, you have pretty well established a firm understanding that silver is money. And once that happens, then essentially this doesn't have the same feeling as it did before. You realize more and more that this is not money. This is an IOU. It's a note. What is a note? If you look up the definition of a note, it's basically an instrument of debt. It's an IOU. It's an agreement to pay. That's not what it is with silver. Silver is the money. People always tell me, would it be better if we backed our money with silver or gold? You shouldn't have to back money with silver and gold, because silver and gold is money. Backing something means you're basically admitting it. If you're going to back this to that, why not just hold that? And the truth of the matter is, this is losing purchasing power every day. Oh my word, a RIP note. I better be careful and hurry up and try to get rid of that. For those of you that don't know, they just changed the rules. Come the end of October, banks have been told, do not accept ripped money. In the old days, you could turn it in. But now they're changing the rules. You can Google that story if you don't believe that, because I know somebody out there is going to be like, no, they'll take ripped money. And you're right. Up until recently, they would take ripped money. But it has been put out that due to counterfeiting and other issues to stop accepting damaged money. What defines damaged money? They use the word ripped, tore, that type of stuff, but don't accept it. At what point is it going to come to money that's been written on or money that's been this or that? They want to blame inflation on counterfeiting. And it is because of counterfeiting, but it ain't from us that's counterfeiting it. We understand what counterfeiting is. Counterfeiting is anytime you make money out of anything other than gold or silver. And the reason that our founding fathers wanted that is we would not be in the hole as much money as we are right now if the money was gold and silver. Why? Because there wouldn't be enough gold and silver out there to make as much money as they have made. Now, I use the word money instead of fiat. And I know someone out there that's listening to this is going to be like, it's not money. Stop calling it money. But the thing is, the average person watching these videos are fairly newer to stacking. And they don't understand the difference between silver and gold and real money. Now, some of us do because we've been doing this for a while. But new people see paper as money, and it's not. Because money is a store of wealth. Money should not go down in value. If it's true money, it has to be a store of wealth. You think about what your dollar's doing. Is your dollar storing your wealth? No, it's not. Why? Because your dollar is getting inflated away. As they print more of it, the prices are going up and your dollar buys less. Remember the old days when you could actually buy something with $1? It's hard to find items now under $1. A candy bar, you can't find them for $1 anymore. The other day I was at a gas station and I seen these little candies. And I was like, oh, I remember those when I was a kid. 2 for $1. Remember those little bags of candies, 2 for $1? Now? Nope. Now were they 2 for $3, I think? I found it amusing when I had seen that. I wish I had done. Next time I go back there, I think I'm going to do a short video on it. Literally, you can't get much for $1 anymore. And as you realize that something's going wrong. You're working harder and harder, and you're barely making ends meet. Why is that? You know, you're making technically more money than we were making years ago. Minimum wage is no longer $5-6 from when I was a kid. Why is everything up? It's because they're overprinting the money that we're accepting, the money that we're holding. That's why it's not legitimately money. Money is what you're looking at right now. That picture right there, this stuff, this is money. Real money is gold and silver. And that's why it's going up in value, because the dollar is coming down in value. The lower the dollar goes, the more dollars you're going to need to buy an ounce of silver. And we're seeing that happen right now. Right now, spot price at this exact moment is $34. And yesterday it was 35, and a week ago it was 31. And as time goes on, you're going to see that the prices are going to keep going higher. And it's going to go higher and higher, faster and faster. And the numbers are going to continue and increase. Because let's say we have a 5% jump. Well, 5% of $20 is only $1 raise. 5% of $30 is $1.50 raise. 5% of $40, now you're talking $2 jumps. And 5% is not unreasonable. We're seeing some crazy volatility right now in prices of precious metals. Why? Because they're trying to keep the prices down, even though they know it's getting impossible. They're positioning themselves now, I believe, to start letting go, because they know silver is a lost cause. And they're probably going to move on to some other metal. I find it interesting copper's not really going up quite as much as it should. I don't know what the next metal is that they're going to target to manipulate it lower, but I don't think it's going to be silver. I think they're losing their grip on silver. And we're going to see silver continue to go up, and we're going to see gold continue to go up. And then they're going to focus attention on other stuff, other key resources, something else to manipulation. But here's the thing. They can't manipulate anything forever. And right now, they're trying to manipulate too much. There's too much going on right now to try to hold. And true economics, supply, demand, price versus supply, all that stuff comes out in the end. There's no way to manipulate something forever. Just like you're holding a beach ball in a swimming pool and you're trying to hold it underwater, you can't hold it underwater forever. Eventually, the beach ball comes up. And here's the thing. Where does the beach ball belong on the pool? In a pool? It belongs on the surface of the water. That's natural. The natural position of that beach ball is floating along the surface of the water. And you trying to hold it under, when you let go of it, what happens? It doesn't just come to the surface of the water and sit there. No, it pops up out of the water and it's in the air. It overshot its natural position. That's what happens when you manipulate stuff. We have been manipulating the price of silver for too long. And anybody that doubts manipulation only needs to look at the banking issues with JP Morgan, with a lot of these banks. I just pick on them because they're the most well-known manipulation of precious metals. They've had people go to jail for it. You know, a lot of people don't like them because of that. I was actually watching The Big Short today. I don't know, or was it The Big Short or was it Margin Call? I can't remember which. Now I'm going to have to look up the name of the movie. Needless to say, it was a great movie. I was just watching clips of it, though. I didn't actually watch the whole movie. I was watching the key clips. And there was a scenario. They were sitting at the desk. And the guy basically said, so you're telling me when the music stops, all these housing contracts, these house loans, they're all going to be worthless? And he goes, I'm telling you the music is slowing down. When it stops, the company ain't going to have nothing. It's going to be worthless. Well, that's kind of what's going on right now. Eventually, they catch on and they realize these short positions against silver is costing them too much money. And soon the price of precious metals are going to go higher. And here's the thing. They didn't want to let the cat out of the bag until they had dumped all the housing contracts that they had. Why? Because they wanted to make it out and survive. Here's the thing. I'm not convinced a lot of banks are going to survive this silver short squeeze. They've been shorting it for too long. The price is going higher. More and more people are getting in. Every time we make a new 11, 12-year high, 13-year high, whatever the case may be, it's only going to continue to get more people involved. They should have just let it go up naturally. Because when it goes up, it's not going to go up to its fair market value. It's going to overshoot it. And if you're wise, you might have a good opportunity to trade some of that silver in for some gold. And then when it settles back down to the surface of the pool, when it falls back down to the surface to where it rightfully belongs, then if you want, you can get rid of some of that gold and go back into silver. You know, but people just don't understand a lot of that. And it's not meant to be a bad thing. It's designed that way to confuse you. They want you confused. They want you thinking that this is money and this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to work the rest of your life. You're going to work 51 weeks, 50 weeks, 51 weeks out of the year so you can have 1 week off. You're going to give up 20 years of your life in school, 40 years of your life for work, and then end up passing away shortly after. They want you in the system, and every step of the way, they're going to tax you. And even if they can't tax you, now they're going to steal it from you by printing more money. People need to understand what's going on. See something like this? You hold it, you own it. Now, I feel bad for the people that are in parts of Europe where they are taxing people to hold silver and gold. Yeah, that's right. They have a yearly tax on it. I can't even understand how that's possible, personally. Because if all of a sudden they started taxing, you think Joe Schmo, John Smith, ain't going to get up together and say, hey, I'll tell you what, I'll sell you this ounce right now for $40. Oh, I'm going to have to fill out the paperwork on that ounce. And then you're going to have to start paying taxes that you're holding that ounce. And then you're going to have to transfer it. Yeah, someone, if I have the silver under my name, let's hypothetically say, and it's assigned to me, and I'm paying a yearly tax on it, I'm going to be pretty quick to sell this and get it out of my name. Why? Because I don't want to pay the yearly tax on it. But there's going to be some silver that's just out there floating around. Those are the ounces that you're buying today that are maybe not tracked as well as they would like. Once they go to central bank digital currencies, that's it. Everything will be tracked. You buy an ounce of silver, they're going to know you bought an ounce of silver. It's going to have a code. It already has a code. You know, here's the thing. It's not tracked quite as well as it will be when that time comes, because right now people interact with cash and it's a little harder to trace stuff. And yeah, I had this ounce, but then I sold it to somebody else. I don't remember who. I traded it at a flea market. You know, that's why I lost most of my silver in a boating accident. Air quotes. Air quotes. It's crazy, but it's coming. And if you're not picking up silver now, I think you're going to regret it when everything changes. Hopefully most of you guys are. If you're watching this video and you made it this far, chances are you already have some silver under your belt. Why? Because you made it this far in a video. I can't imagine somebody brand new. It would shock me if someone said, I'm brand new to silver and I'm just learning about it today and I'm fixing to get my first ounces and I made it through your video 26 minutes. So with that being said, I thank you all for watching. I hope you leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, this pullback was all part of the grand plan and it cannot stay up there forever. It's going to keep going higher. It can't stay, I say up there, it can't stay low at the $33 range, $33, $34 range forever. It's going to push forward. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, commenting. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And like I said, 7 spots left. I'm trying to fill them as soon as we fill the $1.99 spots to become a member. You just hit the join button below. And I thank you guys. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.